Right, let's go. I'm trying to figure out something. I need to continue this one. I need to get, I think it's like a coin. I need 15 coins to buy the costume I need to get in. So I can't do that one, which is the one I want to do. I don't really feel like doing this one yet. Although it's probably not going to be too bad. I'm going to try for some of these so I can actually finish that main quest. I'm not sure what that is. Old bridge. I want to say, is it this one? I think it's right. I think there's a couple around here because there's one with pipes on it, which I think is also mine. I think this is the old bridge. Where is it? Around here, he says. Or is it a bit further down? Oh no, it's a bit further back this way. Of course, assuming this is the right bridge. It's this side. I'm finding as quickly as I did the second lot. Oh, I thought it would be here. I really thought it was here. It looks like it. And it's on the wrong side. On the wrong side. Because that water tower thing is on the other side of the cliff. Right. So it's got to be around here. Maybe under this cart. No. So, oh, I've got a floating button at the bottom there. No. Oh, yeah, there you go.
Another treasure located. Let's celebrate.
Okay, that didn't actually give me a coin. Okay, that's frustrating. Pipes. Now, pipes are going to be up here, I think. Or it might be on this miner's island. Silverton's. Because I don't think there's many places it could be, really. So, we want that one. Yes, hello, random person. Under pipes. Oh, it's an indoor setting. Indoor setting with pipes. No. Angry man. No. Oh, could it be here? There's two. No, not here. That doesn't make sense. Okay. There's lots of pipes. It's the crime scene from earlier in the game. Police thing's still here for some reason. Oh, that can't be right. Let's go this way. I'm pretty sure it's going to be on this island. Not going to be there. It needs to be a real indoor setting. No. 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 Could be. Nada. Hello. I just started trying to find some of these treasures. Found one of them on the bridge. I need money to continue this one. So I need that like shirt thing to get in. Sadly, I need 15 coins and I have 14. Oh, I think this pinned again. Yeah. I'm sure I'm in the sort of right vicinity for this one, under pipes, and there's loads of pipes in this area. Can't find it yet. If I can find that 15, I'll continue that bloody mission. Find that one coin. These are supposed to give you like either 10 coins or like a bit of information. The other one gave me information, which was not helpful. Could it be here? Under pipes. No. I need that also, the little mine thing in the middle. Move. Ah. Could it be? Oh, it could be here. Oh. Could be further down. was it. No, and I'm at the end. I'm at the end of the island. No. Oh, there's a random beach. What's there? Oh, uneven beaches. Rocky Mountain. Near the crane. Oh, bloody hell. Okay, this third lot is a lot harder. I've been to this one. I've so been here. 3 on a bridge. Well, that's not that. What is it? Aqueduct. I'll go for this one because I'm pretty sure it's the same place I found one of the other things. Aqueduct. It's here. Right. So, oh, yeah, there was a riddle one where it asked me. It was a. I think you saw me halfway doing it. Was it this one? No. It was. What was it called? Oh, it's one of these. The hand-me-down. That's it. The silver hand riddles. You're almost there. Let's not postpone. You're seeking an art that's made of stone. Hear these from the old ruins, my friend. It guards the ancient until the end. And these are the old ruins. And there's an aqueduct. Which I think. Or could. Is there another. What's happened to my thing? Aqueduct. Right. It's not that one. I don't think it's here. I think I need to go back a bit down the path. This may not be the aqueduct. They may not use the same thing twice. No, this isn't it. That's not it. Aqueduct. Oh, there's an aqueduct over here. Yeah, that's got to be more like it. That's what happens when you run around the map endlessly trying to find these things. You learn it. To an extent. Oh, this has got to be it somewhere. Can I get... No, it's not this side. Even though I think that... Well, I don't think that's it. So it must be down here. There's a broken aqueduct here. It's got to be... Yeah, this is it. That's almost dead on the picture. There, see. There we go.
We found the treasure. You and I make a good team.
No more coins. Or John doing the burnt Reynolds. It's nice.
We found the treasure. You and I make a
Bingo.
good team.
Sailor costume. Sailor John. Oh, 6 more to go. Under the pipes, I'll try and find later. Rocky Mountains. That's going to be a difficult one. Yeah, I think he's a good team, yeah. Even though he's sod all he does is badmouth me in front of me. Near stables. Tree on a bridge. Hidden market. Oh, I might have to do because I think the other day I gave up running around trying to find it, and I ended up doing one of the missions and I just saw it. So I may just do that. Can't do that one. Yeah, it's a bit of a bitch, really. I still don't know what to do with this one. It makes no sense to me what this one wants me to do. Missing shopkeepers wants me to find a book by FD as a red cover. Okay, one of our undercover agents just disappeared a couple of days ago. Your task is to find out what happened to him and possible trade the sensitive item he was carrying. The missing agent was last seen leaving his bookshop, which is located in northern Old City at the east end of Seto Street. Go into it so I can read. Read what? This one? I must need to overhear a conversation or something. Because it doesn't ask me to do anything, does it ask me to... I don't know. I'm going to do this one though, because it starts from the beginning. I might try that a bit later, but I'll do this one first, because it might actually give me some money to do the other one. At the moment I can't sort of progress the story. Missing agent was last seen in his bookshop, which is located in northern Old City. Angelo Dondolo had a stack of books with him and wore green hair. And tattoo with 7 arms on his right arm. Right, okay. John, okay. Michael had to find it first time, I suppose. Right, Old City, Seto Street. Old City sort of here. Seto, no, northern end of Seto Street. There. I reckon I'm going to find the crane one as well around here, the crane treasure. Because there's loads of cranes. Crane. Because I know the crane's near the castle, but... Right, going this way. By the castle wall. Oh, there's a bookstore around here, is there? At the eastern end of Seto Street. Well, it doesn't have an east. Let's see what I can do. Is it here? Oh. I've also checked with the physician. You confirm upon your back problems may be connected to the broken metal inlay in your soles. You cease to wear them until they've been repaired. Okay. Where's it way to go? Come on. Ah.
You did wear your favourite boots. Such devotion.
I could run while I was doing this. I don't need to be
Angelo's
tracking it
footprints
so...
end here, abruptly. Not a good sign.
Has scurvy. God.
Colourful piece of fabric as a bookmark. An elegant decision. This must have left a grievous wound. Someone had to stand here for a couple of hours at least. "11 cigarette ends of the same brand. Somebody spent some considerable time here. A hasty job by an amateur, but Angelo was taken by surprise nevertheless."
Time for a dress up. Okay. I'm gonna look really scummy. Hostile. Oh, he's a mason. Ugh. Oh, you're lumping out.
"Do you know anything about this?"
Of course. Let me help you.
They went downstairs to Castle Road in Old City. They went down the stairs to Castle Road in Old City. Let's follow the donkey. Yeah. Bloody hell. These kids probably just think I'm following them. Don't mind me. I'll be like, yeah. Oh, crane near the wall. Ho ho ho. Well, it looks the opposite side. Damn. maybe another side. Right. Distraction over. You're cold. You realise you're in Turkey, right? Alright, game, alright. Huh.
Green silk, a bit worn and faded, but still an impressive hat. Someone desperately tried to stop the bleeding. I think I found the place where they took Angela.
Okay. Oh, I've got a fight again. Alright.
I'm coming for you.
Take a rest, my friend. Don't bother moving. You've lost. No?
The snuff's ready. We can overcome the brute now.
Take a rest, my friend.
Give him the pepper snuff.
I couldn't miss the party.
Too simple.
The snuff's ready.
Alright, mate.
Get ready for some pain. I'm coming for you. I couldn't miss the party.
Give him the pepper snuff.
You're...
Take a rest, my friend.
Oh. Reload, you Sherlock. You call that reloading? I call that doing nothing. There's someone else behind.
I'm gonna hurt you.
Oh yeah, there is another guy.
Time to...
Ah.
Don't.
The snuff's ready.
I pressed my button.
Too simple.
Give him the pepper snuff. The snuff's ready.
Good. There's the 10. There's the 10 I needed. There was John, helpful as ever.
The bandits had as much fun as they could. An engraving inside, together always and forever. A severed finger. No one deserves such cruelty. A primary instrument of torture. How vicious one must be to have to use it in such a way.
Savage.
Keys of different shapes and sizes. What could you open with these? They were tracking down Angelo.
Okay.
Bloodstains all over the mattress.
Oh.
They severed his finger while he was still alive. He sustained a great many injuries. At last, I found you, Angelo.
Yeah.
Quite a collection of books, but none of them with FD as the author.
Intriguing. No, where is it? FD. Pretty much everywhere. Okay. 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 Hang out what? Okay.
Oh, they got themselves a nice setup in here for a gang.
Good input. Solid input. I've not found anything in there. Okay.
Mycroft should know about this.
Okay. I haven't found the book. I reckon I need to go back to... I need to go back to the bookshop, I think. Oh.
What did you hide, Angela?
Oh. You gonna... Crime and Punishment.
Seems like Mycroft will get the book he wanted after all. Do you think it has a coded message inside?
Crime and Punishment by Fyodor Dostoevsky.
Oh. Go back to the newspaper.
Ah, the illustrious Mr. Holmes returns no worse for wear. And with a gripping tale to tell, no
I'm dressed
doubt.
like a criminal
Well, the
still.
matter proved rather simple in the end. I'm afraid the details are not for your ears, nor your readers.
How very tantalizing. Your brother asked that I collect your report, and a book if you obtained it.
Here is my report, and Miss Sertle. He will know if you opened it. I also retrieved the book for Mycroft.
Crime and Punishment. Sounds appropriate.
More than you may think.
Uh-huh. How so?
There's something else. I found a ring belonging to one of Mycroft's men. Did he mention anything further?
Alas, no.
Well, the man was a hero. Protected the secrets of the British Empire. Here, please deliver this ring to Mycroft. I'm sure he'll know what to do.
I don't understand.
Miss Sertle, I'm afraid neither do I.
This is his ring. My Angelo's ring.
Angelo Dandolo is your fiancé.
God. Your brother told me Angelo was sent to Roma. What happened? Where is he?
Angelo died in the line of duty, but his bravery saved countless others.
No, not Angelo. Not my Angelo. I don't understand.
I'm sorry, Yasmin.
Mycroft kept this from me. I am one of his best, and he kept it from me. He assured me Angelo would be fine, but he lied.
You are not the first victim of Mycroft's cold calculus, and you won't be the last. Your work has value to him, and the truth threatened it.
Well, by hiding the latter, he has lost the former. Thank you for your honesty, Mr.
Oh no.
Now, please.
Well, I just solved the case. So I think you saw me tracking the cart. So found the place where the cart went and went inside. Had to fight a few people, the bayonets that took him, and Yeah, I thought you were watching. I thought it was pretty quiet. So we found Angelo's body. The bandits didn't find the book, but we found it hidden under his prison cell, underneath a hidden slab of loose concrete, and one of Mycroft's men's rings. It turns out the person we were seeking was the woman behind the desk's fiance. This woman. And so now she might not be helping us or helping Mycroft as much anymore. Because we didn't lie and we told her the truth that Angela was dead. And also, I got my 15 coins that I needed. So now I can go buy this shirt. I'll do just now. I should probably still write about the stories.
Extra! Headless eels floundering! Friedrich Panzer, the head of the eels gang, has been arrested after being caught smuggling gold.
Oh yeah, what he's talking about is one of the others. Is the other story that I just did.
Check the front page. You won't.
So I think these are headless eels. Yeah, that's in I think my previous video on Wednesday. It's quite an interesting. It was quite interesting because I had a challenge to find him on the first try. And this is the one I just did. Yeah, if you went back and watched the previous ones, they're all in full. They're all in full. I tried to do an episode with at least a full case, at least.
Take a look. The finest roads for the finest
Up close and personal. Yeah, there we go.
A perfect choice.
Yeah.
We have a large assortment
this
at
is
pleasant prices.
yeah. She's not too bothered. Oh, she's swinging through me. That's interesting.
Take a look.
Alright, so I need to look like a prat. Okay. Yeah, that was my understanding. He had that weird goatee going on.
Try it on. It'll be a nice purchase.
Oh. Oh.
We have a
Okay.
large assortment and
So the address is between Scarlet Avenue and Olive Street. That's it. I'm not sure. Even if I gave him, I don't think she can touch me anyway, because her arms are just going straight through me, not even hitting me.
No visitors allowed.
I'm not a visitor. I own the shirt. Oh, come on. Do I really need to buy some weird hairstyle? Don't like me at all.
Don't miss up. Let's pick something that suits you.
This is where I find out it's too expensive. Ah! Weird. Oh, I could buy the pirate hat. Maybe that would be conspicuous.
A good choice indeed.
Oh! How stupid.
Boniface, sweetie. Is that you? Ah. Old age does terrible things to one's sight. I didn't recognize you at first.
How are you, Mum? I'm ashamed to admit that I've lost my key. Do you have a spare?
For heaven's sake! How many times will you lose that key of yours? Of course I have a spare. You artists all live in your own little world.
Please, accept my thanks.
I would rather accept your rent. You promised to pay me several weeks ago, and I'm still waiting.
I will pay you, I promise, very soon.
You'd better do, my dear. Or else I'll just change the lock. And I won't fall for those cow eyes.
Cow eyes? Oh dear. Oh lordy loo. Awkward, we have the same shirt and trousers. And hair.
Judging by post-mortem rigidity, the body lay here for 1 or 2 days.
Nightmare.
The wound is precise. It was inflicted by a razor or a knife.
I don't know.
A normal kitchen knife. Could be the murder weapon. Soaked in blood. It seems as if the puddle of blood was here before the rags. The blood has dried.
I've heard of this style of painting. It is called Expressionism.
Oh, what are you up there?
I wonder where he got that fancy camera. Despite the overall tendency towards mess, you cannot sit with the drawer pulled out like this. Someone left it after searching. It appears the wine was truly awful.
That's why it's good wine.
Aunt May whiskey, brandy bucks. Quite a collection he had here. The chest has been searched. Red skin, tails on the back, reminds me of Werder's description of the stolen painting.
Oh, yes.
The photograph was not pulled out in time. Such a waste of material.
Yeah, you did.
Look at this, John. Isn't it our stolen demon?
Okay. Right. Just a camera. So it starts over there, he comes in, he picks up a bottle, tries to, this guy's rummaging. So this has got to be the other way around. So did he commit suicide then? Rather than telling this guy where everything was. So you... You know what, I'm gonna go with this, and then maybe the guy who came tried to stop him bleeding. Oh, that's it could have happened.
You're not even
Oh, Sherry,
trying.
you're not even trying.
Concentrate.
Right, okay. Solve that theory then.
Mercurio was developing photographs when the intruder snuck in. Mercurio heard him coming. While the thief was searching the chest, the painter ran towards him with a bottle in his hand. He smashed it across the thief's head. The intruder had no choice but to defend himself, and the weapon of opportunity happened to be a kitchen knife. Mercurio stepped aside to grab the painting, but the wine-blinded thief attacked Mercurio's throat. When the thief came to his senses, he saw Mercurio bleeding on the floor. He grabbed the rags and tried to bandage him, but it was too late. Why did Mercurio attempt to snatch the painting in the middle of a fight? To strike the intruder? Not with his painting, it was too important to him.
Well, I was almost right. I was just too intrigued to think that he committed suicide. Why indeed? Right, okay, let's go with this. Painter was killed in a fight. I did want a twist. Mercurio's murder wasn't the thief's goal. Yes, true. Why indeed?
It's time for some chemical magic, John.
Oh, let's see how hard they're making this. Oh. Well, it could be that. I would need a -1 for green and a 2 for blue. Right. Well, I can get this. No, is it this I want? No. Wait. I can get this. I have a negative this. Right, let's move this. I can reduce this by 1 and then reverse the sign. So reduced by 1 is this. -2 and then reverse the sign. -2. 4. Oh, I need to reverse the sign on this. Oh no, that doesn't work. Oh no, wait, does it? And then need to add this to this. And then need to reverse the sign again on this one. Get 5. One, 2, and then combine this, that. Boom! Still life painting of Mercurio's room. Well, I suppose it did. thank you. Probably didn't want to have to paint in the bloodstains into his painting, so we wanted to hide it. So that's probably what happened. Yep.
That doesn't look like the painting we need, Sherry.
As expected, but that doesn't mean it won't tell us anything. Let's put it on the easel where it belongs. I guess this is his most ordinary painting. Spot the two differences, John?
Yes, there's something stolen here.
If the intruder didn't take it, the skull should be somewhere here.
Oh, what is this?
Nothing behind it. Monster was actually a man. Poor girl. John, you ought to be thrilled. We are now hunting the devil himself.
What were you saying, Sherry? I was too busy sketching the scene, you know, crimes and such like, daily routine. Did you find something?
A photograph. It depicts a man in a red suit with tails sprouting from his back and multiple people in masks watching the scene. It all adds up. But the act of love, it wasn't given willingly, John. It was a violation. And the girl, she was with child.
Give that to me now. Did you recognize someone?
No. Although the victim is not from Cordona, she is African. Look at the ritual scars on her face.
Get that image out of your brain. You have to continue the investigation.
I must speak to the landlady. Perhaps she saw or heard something.
Sherry, you cannot tell her the truth about Mercurio. It will hurt her.
John, that's illogical. Sooner or later, she will come here and discover a corpse, and I still need to talk to her.
Just avoid mentioning corpse, all right? Stick to the character, tell her to call the police.
I'll take that into account.
And wait here. I've redrawn the people in the photograph. Now you can proceed with your investigation without those horrific details.
What? We're telling the landlady the truth about Mercurio's death. He just suggests staying in character, right? Sketch of the abuser. Of the violation I found at Mercurio's place. In his painting, he depicts a victim with tribal scars on her face. Okay.
What's wrong, dear? You look like you've seen a ghost.
Yep, will do. Enjoy.
Can you tell me if anyone else has recently entered the flat?
Oh, you're talking about that limping man. I'm sorry I let him in. I was scared. And I thought maybe he would motivate you to find money so that you would pay your rent. No offense, dear.
Can you describe him?
Oh, so you weren't at home. I was so certain you didn't leave your flat that day. He was of average height, had a limp and a tattoo on his neck, and he was smoking Malpal cigarettes. My husband used to smoke those. They have a horrible smell I can recognize from a mile away.
Can I ask a favor?
Of course, dearie.
Please call the police and ask them to enter the flat. And don't look inside until they come up.
What? What trouble have you stepped in this time?
It really doesn't matter. Thank you, Mum.
Perfect gentleman.
You're acting so strange today, dear. I hope someday you'll let me inside that head of yours.
Whew, Sherry, that was close. But you did everything correctly. Now, take off your outfit. I can't let you walk around in a dead man's clothes.
Oh. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to need to get changed. Why have I got pirate eyeliner?
Do you know anything about this?
I have no idea why you think I could help you.
Right, maybe I have to go back to what's his face? Gallery.
I think I'll leave the exhibition in its current state for a while. I'll call it The Art of Vandalism.
help me, please?
You're lucky to find me.
Refugee camp located under Victoria Bridge between Scaladio and Silverton. Scaladio and Silverton. Victoria Bridge. What am I finding? Right down there. Down here.
Beasts!
Oh.
Murderers!
They're completely livid.
First they come to our land, then they murder our people.
Drop them all into the sea!
Oof. Right, I actually need this.
Where do you think you're going? Speak with the chief.
Sir, this place is off limits to the public. Please state your business or leave, or I shall request that the police escort you out.
My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm a private investigator. I'm looking for a witness for a case.
A private investigator? Really? Even so, you're not authorized. I can't let you in.
And you are?
I'm Ronald Harlow, here to handle the refugee situation on behalf of City Hall. I'm the acting supervisor here, so I have full authority here to ask you to leave, or I shall order the police to detain you for trying to pass the blockade. Please, step back.
Definitely overdressed.
What about the murder that this crowd keeps shouting about?
It's mere assumption. I assure you that the situation is under the police's control.
I know you want to deal with this in the right way. You are obviously a professional and a responsible person. but you clearly have never handled a situation like this before.
I am handling it, Mr. Holmes. Don't question my capability here.
And tell me how you do. You can't even calm this gathered crowd, and as for the police, they're not quite managing it either, are they? You consider yourself a problem solver, but until today, you've been solving problems sitting at your desk in a dark corner of a city hall. Here, you need a more practical approach.
What are you driving at, Mr. Holmes?
I can help you to handle the situation if you're truly interested in solving things quickly and quietly.
And how exactly would you manage that?
Simply tell the police that I'm with City Hall and I'm permitted to investigate the scene. I'll work out the rest, but in return I need your help finding my witness. She's a young refugee. She's with child or was with child recently.
Look, there is indeed a dead body inside the camp. So even if the girl you are looking for is there, all the refugees are now being detained and interrogated by the police. They won't allow you to speak with her. And I can't do anything about that until the situation settles down.
So it's in our mutual interest to settle it.
Oh. I suppose that things are bad enough that I ought not shy away from help. All right, Mr. Holmes. I'll tell the police to allow you to come inside. Just tell me when you're ready.
Mr. Harlow, what exactly do you do here? What are your responsibilities?
What I do and what I am responsible for are two different realities, Mr. Holmes. On paper, I am in charge of the camp territory, security, provision, and the refugees in general. What I actually do most of the time is knock on every City Hall door trying to obtain some funding, or at least rations for the camp.
The police here on City Hall's behalf too?
They are, minus those who came here after the body was found. The governor won't let the refugees disperse into the islands, so there's a significant police presence guarding the camp. Naturally, they answer directly to the police. I have some influence here, but I'm not their direct authority.
Mr. Harlow, how did the refugees end up here?
Oh, so you're not from around here yourself?
I've been away for some time, but I read the papers.
Yes, this whole story has been in the papers for almost a year now. They were smuggled to Cordona on a ship from Africa.
Smuggled? Then why didn't you deport them?
The smugglers managed to sneak them to shore and hide them inside an abandoned warehouse. When the police raided the warehouse and found the refugees there, the ship was already gone. We aren't even certain as to which ship it was. We have busy shipping routes with other colonies these days, you see.
So you decided to lock them up under a bridge?
There was no other option. We're still trying to work out what to do with them. I only hope we'll find a humane solution and not put them on a raft and float them out to sea.
I'm ready to take a look at the scene.
I suppose that's all right.
Go inside the camp and find Inspector Tewkesbury. He's the officer investigating the scene. Tell him I sent you. Say you're an independent expert from City Hall. He'll fill in the details for you.
I'll find my way with words. Thank you, Mr. Harlow.
Okay.
So they keep these refugees under a bridge like proverbial trolls. No wonder the people outside are so disturbed.
Who the hell are you? How did you get in here?
Mr. Ronald Harlow, let me in, sir. I'm Sherlock Holmes, a surveyor of refugee affairs with City Hall. You're Inspector Tewkesbury, I presume?
A surveyor? What does that even mean?
In short, I've been sent to conduct an extensive report on the incident for the Colonial Office and to assess all the damage inflicted on state property.
Got it. Another paperworm sent to count money and get food for archive mold. Go on, look around, but don't make yourself too at home. As if I didn't have enough problems before you appeared.
Could you first tell me what happened here?
What happened? People from the bridge above the camp heard a woman screaming and saw a mass of refugees attacking a man. Clearly not a refugee. When the camp guards came by, the man was floating in the sewage canal with a knife in his chest. Bam. A murder. Big news for Cordona.
I'm sure. Thank you, Inspector. Did you learn anything about the dead man?
The fellow looks like a thug. I've had dozens like him fished out of the sea over the past 20 years. Ever since these refugees arrived, there have been people on Cordona with bad blood in them. My best bet is that this thug had something against them too.
and no clue as to his identity.
He had some items on his body, but nothing to indicate who he was or where he was from.
I think I should catalogue his possessions in my records.
Go on. They're on the table near the body.
Do you have any suspects here?
You're joking, right? I've got a whole camp full of suspects. And if you ask me, this bloke had it coming. Better bury him and forget about the whole thing. And now there's a crowd gathered at the camp, and my superiors say we must thoroughly interrogate the refugees. At least those who can understand any English.
Do you believe that your superiors wish to get rid of the refugees?
I think that both our superiors would rather keep the story quiet. Since that's an unaffordable luxury now, they're looking how to protect their public image. That's why I have to waste my time waiting for my people to turn every stone and befriend every refugee.
And none of the refugees were harmed?
One fellow was cut. He's lying over there near their kitchen. He's in a bad way.
You mentioned a woman screaming who attracted the bypassers on the bridge. Was she harmed?
No, she's all right. Perhaps the whole debacle started because of her. She started wailing and the refugees stood up for the girl.
And where is this young woman now?
Back there in the shacks, same as the rest of the refugees. She's been questioned by my men, but she's just some refugee girl. Can't understand much English.
Okay.
Here we go again. Number of hours on Cordona before stumbling upon another dead body. 0.
You're right about that, John, for once. Or hardly a expansive observation.
Coal dust under the nails. I don't see much coal around here.
That's a weird dagger.
A steel dirk. Sharp. A common accessory among sailors and soldiers. I'd say the blade penetrated upward, however the wound is too messy to be certain. An interesting tattoo. Does it mean something?
Sure it does.
Heavy boots, with one sole far more worn than the other. This man was limping, John. A violent death. This man, limping. Coal dust. I think we're onto something here, John.
Well, that's not much of a deduction, is it?
If they find out about the passage, everything will go to hell.
Earning from this
Nobody will know
scheme.
anything if you keep your bloody mouth shut.
The coppers smell fishy here, Sherry. Perhaps we should sniff around in the camp a little more thoroughly. Sherry, just look at this. Living quarters in a sewer. What kind of a genius bureaucrat came up with this idea?
Right, I'm getting into policeman's outfit. What's he challenged me to now? We can learn more about this matter by asking around the camp, but we should do this before we leave the camp for good.
Do you know anything about this?
Oh, I don't know about that. Ask one of the others.
£1,000. A fair sum, especially considering British currency isn't very common in Cordona. Malpal, soaked with salt water. A simple leather sheath. Perfect for a dirk.
Okay.
Someone bled profusely here. A fresh crack, as if the crate was hit recently.
Into my soul. Oh.
You still here?
I'll just look around and do my paperwork. You won't even notice me.
Why have you changed costume?
Are you able to help me?
Unfortunately, my casebook is empty on this.
Carnelian agate beads, a traditional African adornment. The cut is deep, potentially serious if not treated immediately. He is in shock, feverish and dehydrated.
Sherry, you know first aid. Surely you have a duty to help this man. You can't leave him to certain death.
So let's disinfect this to use as a bandage.
No hint of blood or impact. It might have been used as an improvised weapon. The blood sprayed off the blade after the strike.
Okay.
Someone was dragged against their will.
The refugees have been detained and will not leave until all the circumstances are clarified.
That will kill, not save him. Police boots. Always happy to trample evidence. A man's footprint. A heavy boot with a worn-out sole. I'll use it to create a solution. Clearly a left handprint here. Just washed. Better than nothing to bandage the wound.
find something to disinfect.
I can use this to stop the infection from spreading. I've collected all the ingredients, now to prepare the first aid solution.
Oh, right. So I need this. I need this. Have I got it? Yes, I have got it. Okay. And I need this. Right. So I need to make this negative. No, not that. It's this one. I need to make this. Oh, I can't make that negative. Did I have it in? Yes. Delete. I need to add one. Delete. Make this negative. Combine. Should have done that. Oh, I think that's wrong. I've done that wrong. I pulled that up. Okay, I need to. I don't need one of these. I could do. And then add that and that. And now add that and that. Boom.
Thank you.
This should make you feel better, my friend. Now remain lying down and drink as much water as you can.
Well done, Sherry. At least he won't die from the infection.
All right.
A furrow in the ground. A blood trail leading to or from the canal. You know what? I'd like to understand.
What?
How did our dead man end up inside the camp in the first place? Sealed shut. I doubt our man could get through these grates.
Okay.
No, it's too short for these walls or cliffs. It's unlikely anyone could get in or out of the camp by water without alerting the police guards.
Mitts with seaweed.
You still here? I've already told you all I've learned. Don't bother someone else with this, son.
The guards at the sewers were speaking about taking refugees out of the camp. Do you know anything about this, Inspector?
Less than you do, obviously.
And this doesn't bother you as an officer of the law?
I can neither punish them nor put them on the right track, if that's what you're asking. Maybe your friends at City Hall could do something about it, but I seriously doubt that. To be honest, I'm sick and tired of being frowned on for my uniform. If those fine gentlemen you've eavesdropped on are in some shady business, that's on their heads.
Oh, charming.
I'm busy. Don't you have papers to fill? Huh. City Hall lubberheads.
Oh. Okay.
Are these the rations the refugees get from the authorities? How do people even survive out here?
Excuse me, just one question.
Oh, I don't know about that. Ask one of the others.
Of course you don't. Can't see what else I'm looking for.
Back off.
Oh. A little bit stunned. Apparently I can walk over there. Weird. Okay. Pyromaniac.
Could you help me?
Unfortunately, my casebook is empty on this.
Definitely a bit slumped.
Who isn't allowed to visit the crime scene these days?
I hope I'm not making a grave mistake in trusting you, Mr. Holmes.
A single Malpal butt. Roadman cigarettes. A brand highly regarded by law enforcement officers. So there wasn't any sophisticated infiltration plan. The good old police just let the man into the camp. Now we have everything we need to get the full picture of what happened at the camp.
Okay. Oof, this is going to be a tough one. Alright, let's start again. That's it. We top on the line of forest cracked as if it had been struck. That was most likely. That's it. So what's the difference here?
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
So, we have a thug who came to take a refugee woman with him. She resisted, but he dragged her by force. One of the refugees stood in his way, armed with a stick, yet he could do nothing against a cutthroat with a blade. The man didn't anticipate that the other refugees would intervene and stand against him. In the confusion, the woman managed to break free. The thug took fright and fled. He was stopped by the falling crates. He stumbled and fell, piercing his chest with his own blade. However, the wound didn't cause instant death. He managed to stand, but still bleeding, he lost his balance on the bridge and fell. Before all of this, the man had freely entered the camp through the main entrance. The police admitted him after they had a short smoke together.
You live by the sword, you die by the sword.
Interesting.
In our man's case, it's the same sword.
You still here?
Inspector, I believe I can aid your investigation. I know who the dead man is and what really happened.
You do? Well, good for you. But I'm afraid I'm not the one you need to share your findings with. Speak to Mr. Harlow here. He's the one responsible for settling things in the camp.
You don't even care to listen?
Oh, I do care. Maybe even more than I need to. But I'm only here today to lock the place up, question witnesses, and file the facts. It's sad, but coming up with conclusions is not among my tasks here. You fellows at City Hall do that. Anyway, speak to the supervisor. I'll just stand by and listen to what you have to say.
Okay. Right. What else can I get here? Came to camp, intend to kidnap her. He had the opportunity to kill her, but that wasn't his goal. Oh. Okay.
Mr. Harlow, your refugees didn't murder anyone.
What? Pray tell me what you've learned.
All right, listen carefully. This might solve one problem for you, but will create a few more.
Oh, well, that's a great start.
The man came to the camp intending to kidnap one of your refugees, a woman. What he didn't expect was that the refugees would stand up to protect the woman. A brawl had broken out. In the chaos of it, the man stumbled over those crates and fell on his own blade.
How do you know he fell on his own blade?
The wound in his chest was inflicted from an unusual angle. It was not an offensive stab, shall we say. The refugees didn't touch him. And judging by the blood at the scene, the intruder managed to raise himself but was unable to walk very far. He ultimately fell into the canal.
But how did he sneak into the camp? Why didn't the police see him?
And this is where your new problems emerge, Mr. Harlow.
What do you mean?
You're not a dull-witted man. You know what I mean. There is no feasible way to get into the camp without the police guards knowing of it.
The pile of mess I had to sort out has just become bigger. But somehow that doesn't surprise me. Anyway, I thank you for your help, Mr. Holmes. I'll take it from here. Meanwhile, I'll make sure the police aren't detaining the refugees any longer. You can go back in and look for your witness.
You think one small clock can make any difference in this place?
Who knows, John? Just one ill-fitting cog could... make the whole machine crumble.
You're the one who tended to our man's wounds. I thank you greatly. The police didn't allow us to help him.
The police will leave you alone. I've proven to them that the man who came into the camp died due to his own foolishness.
Thank you for standing up for us. But nobody would help us without a reason. You're here because you want something.
Yes, I do. I need to speak with the girl drawn here.
The dead man came for her too. He wanted to take the girl away, but we won't allow her to be hurt again. What do you want from Nayla?
Nayla. She was hurt some time ago. I'm here to find the people who did this and bring them to justice. And to find them, I need Nayla's help. Will you let me speak to her?
Justice. There's no justice on this land. But you helped us, so maybe your words are not empty. You can speak to Nayla, if she wants it. But I will be watching you.
Hello, Nayla?
The plot thickens.
My name is Sherlock. I know someone hurt you. I am here to help. I'm trying to find the people involved and bring them to justice. Please. There is a photograph, and I'm sorry, it is terrible, but I simply must ask. Where did this happen? What can you tell me about these people? Christ, Sherlock. Nayla, I'm sorry. I'm not very good at this.
You come here for me, but you are rude and cruel and condescending. A cross. The man had this cross. Now go away. Leave us be. I do not need another white man's help.
Oh, glad that wasn't me.
Not my best work, John, by a long shot. Nayla doesn't want us meddling. I'm starting to wonder what this all achieves.
But she helped you anyway. Now we know that maniac's face and the cross he wore, we can still catch him.
Where's Nick? Okay.
Can I ask you a question?
They often take us from the camp to work. Most don't mind, though. It's the only way to get a glimpse of freedom.
Take visitors away from them to perform various work. Oh.
So there's a smuggling ring in the camp. This wasn't the first time that someone freely entered the camp to take a refugee out.
At least it was certainly his last time. My gut tells me that we'll learn more about this ring when we find out where the thug came from.
Interesting. Oh. Okay.
I owe you a lot, Mr. Holmes.
These are usually awarded to high-ranking officials. The photo from the photograph might be one. Okay. Go to City Hall, although I have to get out. Oh.
You still here?
The intruder has a most peculiar tattoo on his neck, 2 lines and a point. Do you know anything about it?
You really want to know, kid? Why? You want to play a policeman or something?
I'm sure you have it in your records, so it won't hurt if I have it in mine.
In my records, it's just a tattoo, as it should be in yours. Ah, to hell with you. Suit yourself as to what you're going to do with it. Off the record, though, such tattoos are often connected to a man named Mr. Niccolo Bernadotti.
Bernadotti, you say?
A respectable businessman in Scaladio. His company imports goods and wines, and smuggles everything that can be smuggled between the colonies and the mainland. His people can be identified by an obscure tattoo, just like the one over there our friend has. But these are all merely rumors, you see. If Mr. Bernadotti was a criminal, he'd be in prison now. Or hanged, right?
Have you found anything helpful?
If you're here on matters of signing up for military service, come back tomorrow. Our department needs to straighten out some business. Why are you staring at me like I'm a Madame Tussauds figure? Didn't you hear what I just said?
You blame yourself for what you did. Won't be any good unless you confess to me, so I'll try to be polite.
What sort of did are we talking about? Are you from the press?
I'm here because of Naylor.
Who?
You don't remember her name.
Lad, if you won't tell me why you came, I'll call for someone here to sort you out, if you get my meaning.
I came to talk. I have a solid piece of evidence that proves you guilty of the violation of a young girl.
What kind of evidence? The silly painting? That's ridiculous. Rumors. Don't listen to a word of it.
I wouldn't call it solid if it were just a painting. I have a photograph that would be enough to cause a scandal at the very least, not to mention criminal consequences.
A photograph? Oh, so you've plucked up courage to finally come here. I won't pay you a single coin until I see the photograph for myself.
I'm not interested in money. I came here to hear your version of what took place. I'm not in the habit of making rash decisions.
Not in the habit? Well, it didn't seem like that from the letter you wrote.
I've never written a single word to you. That's not my style. I'm more direct. But in exchange for my patience, I demand your full cooperation. I need you to tell me everything.
Fine. I suppose now we have a nice long talk. Do you drink, Mr.
Sherlock Holmes? And I do not.
Shame. All the best discussions are accompanied by a glass of whiskey. But out of respect for you, I won't drink either.
Respect? That's an unusual word in your mouth, Mr.
Where are my manners? My name is Thomas Norton, a British envoy in Cordona on a military mission. So, where do we start?
Boniface Mercurio. Does the name mean anything to you?
He's an artist, right?
The one responsible for the painting that compromises you. I found him dead in his room.
Oh, that is bad. Wait, you don't think that I have anything to do with this?
You had motive to kill him.
Maybe I did, but listen. I know how this looks, but murder? That's on another level. I had thoughts that this Mercutio...
Mercurio?
Well, him, yes. I thought he could have been the blackmailer. But I was too afraid to make any hasty decisions. There were plenty of ways to fail by making a move, so I chose to wait. To see what he would do next. You have to believe me.
I don't believe people, I believe evidence.
Then look at the evidence.
You mentioned blackmail. Tell me about it.
All right. A couple of days ago, I received an anonymous letter. It said that in the art gallery at Caravansary there exists a painting that incriminates me. The blackmailer made it clear that if there is a painting, then a photograph exists too. and I should be wary of what it might do to my reputation.
What does the blackmailer want from you?
Money, of course. What else do such people want? Needless to say, I don't remember anyone taking photographs at the party. Up until the last moment, I hoped he was bluffing. But he wasn't, as you've just proven to me.
Show me the letter.
I burnt it as soon as I read it. I've left enough evidence. There's no need for any more.
So, let's return to the beginning. What happened at the party?
I vaguely remember that night. As usual at such parties, you meet people, you talk with them, they invite you to spend some time alone with them. What can I say? I got myself mixed up with the wrong company, and somebody must have mixed some psychoactive substance in my drink. After that, it's all blurry. I completely lost my sanity. I made a terrible mistake which I regret deeply.
You don't say. Do refugee girls often appear on the menu at those types of parties?
It's rather rare.
So you didn't attend the party to engage in an exotic experience involving a vulnerable woman unable to accuse you of assault?
I would never have planned such a terrible thing. What happened was just bad circumstance.
The painting that depicted you in the image of the devil was stolen by a mercenary. Did you have anything to do with it?
I might be a rotten person, sir, but hiring criminals for illicit purposes is not in my daily schedule.
And buying the painting in an attempt to hide the crime, is that on your daily schedule?
What would you do in my situation?
I would never put myself in such a situation.
You're young. I could never have imagined myself in my current position. Yet, here I am in front of you. We all make mistakes, Mr. Holmes. And I'm no exception. Mr. Holmes, I've built my entire career on hard work and uncompromising dedication to the Crown. I made a mistake. But I'm not a villain from some cheap adventure fiction. By putting me behind bars, you will benefit precisely no one.
Rotting in prison is the least you deserve, but I have a better idea. You will make amends and help the ones you hurt. Use your connections to help patriate the refugees, find them decent homes, give them jobs. There must be a meaning to your position and my decision.
Yes, all right, I can do that. So, will you give me the photograph now?
That's not all. Naylor deserves the very utmost of what you can do.
Help the girl? I can't risk the press paying extra attention to her. I will do anything except that.
I need to think this all through. Don't do anything foolish in the meantime.
What makes you think you can decide what's best for these people?
Such is the arrogance of British imperialism. I take your point.
just realised I had my mic muted that entire time. Nice. Well, it was mostly listened to him anyway. Right, I'm back. All my running around has really helped me. I knew exactly where this guy was. I'm past this thing all the time. Yeah.
It seems they're not expecting guests.
I won't wait for an invitation, John.
Okay. Oh, there is another entrance round the back, because I end up having to... Oh, what's he doing? Other side. No.
These workers don't look like your average Cordona folk.
They're refugees from the camp.
Oh, this looks a bit dodgy, isn't it? No.
Shipped from Cape Town. The wine route from colony to colonies. An essential remedy against sea scourge on any ship.
Okay.
That's our way in, Sherry.
Hey, yo, this is private property. You lost something.
I'm here to discuss business with Mr. Bernadotti. I tried the front door, but...
Mr. Bernadotti isn't seeing anyone. You have 3 seconds to walk away or you'll never walk again. Capito?
It's in Mr. Bernadotti's best interest to...
1...
Listen, if the man Bernadotti sent to...
So...
Well, this has been miserable.
Sherlock, think. We know what the fellows from the gang look like. You can easily blend in.
Don't know if I chance is very important in the settlement. You need to run this from there. Let's go more money. Clothing store. Knock small children out the way while I'm at it. Good. Get this one. Oh, yeah.
Come closer and try something. The finest clothes for the finest citizens.
You really think I'm one of the finest citizens looking like this?
A perfect choice. Come close. The finest clothes for the finest citizens.
Oh no. I have to get more coins.
Please, bring it back in time.
Let's hope this works.
Hey, stop. Who are you? Haven't seen you before.
Didn't see you either, mate. I'm John. Just shipped in from London. Cheap bastards had me sharing a bunk with two others.
Aye, that sounds like Bernadotte. Why are you here?
A problem at the refugee camp. I need to report to Mr. Bernadotte. The sooner the better.
I knew it was only a matter of time until those savages stirred up trouble. Go on, get inside.
Boom.
You did it, Sherry. A full immersion into the criminal underworld.
The silver and treasure, man.
Loads of pirate gold buried somewhere around, just waiting to be found.
It's all right, there's no treasure.
But maybe there is. I just need to crack the bloody riddle.
Shit, I've already done that, mate. I've got it.
Sherry, look! This seems familiar.
Let's see what's hidden there. Vogel's stolen painting. Isn't it curious how it developed into a much more interesting case?
Suppose it is interesting.
An amazing piece of culture. I imagine many collectors and museums would be interested in having it. Masks, traditional for the Chokwe people of Central Africa. A Dogon statue from West Africa. A century old at least. VH Grindley Flow Blue tableware. This is what lies behind the facade of Bernadotte Company Limited.
Interesting. Still more to find.
Hello, friend. Chuff day, eh?
This is it. This is where all the magic happens.
I suppose it's Mr. Bernadotte with our fine governor. (1875). It's taken a few years back. John, how many people in Cordona have a photograph with the governor, do you think?
You definitely don't have...
Excuse me, Mr. Bernadotte is busy right now. Sir, you're obstructing the light. Could you step back?
I don't know who you are, but someone will be punished for letting you in. First, let's talk. Whenever you're ready. I'd hate to intrude.
Okay. Cold-blooded.
Niccolo Bernadotti, I presume? The name is Sherlock Holmes, and I'm afraid I bring bad tidings.
Is that so?
The man you sent to the refugee camp failed in his task. He impaled himself on his own blade. Clumsy and chaotic end.
For a man who just broke onto my property, you are more businessman than brute. You have my attention, Mr. Holmes. Do not waste it.
Mr. Bernadotti, do you know the name Boniface Mercurio?
I do not.
Mercurio was a local artist. Recently, a man broke into his apartment, ransacked the place, and killed him. The thief was looking for something.
You are testing my patience, boy.
In a moment, the connection will reveal itself. As I said, your man was found dead in the refugee camp. He was there to kidnap a woman, but the other refugees intervened to try and save her. The ensuing scuffle resulted in the man's accidental suicide. He sported the same tattoo as your men in this building. In fact, it also bears a resemblance to the one on your neck. Care to explain what business your man had with this woman?
You have no idea what you are talking about. I can assure you this was no kidnapping. The refugees in the camp are on edge. What happened there is a tragic accident, one I am not responsible for.
For what reason was your man there if not to abduct her?
Why would I answer? You are yet to justify your presence in the slightest.
I was hired, privately, to investigate the recent theft of a painting from an art gallery. My investigation led me to a man from your organization, and thus, to you, Mr. Bernadotti.
That is quite a stretch. Why would I need to steal a painting when I could buy anyone I wanted?
Interestingly enough, I spotted the stolen painting in your storeroom.
I buy and sell a lot of things, Mr. Holmes. Unfortunately, if this is true, it is not the first time I have been sold stolen merchandise. I presume you were hired by the owner of the gallery. Tell them to contact me, and we'll sort out the situation. So, this painting is why you broke into my office. So many words, so little action. When you barged into my office, Mr. Holmes, I got the impression you wanted to talk business. Now I see you had come just to talk. Tell me exactly what you want, or get out.
It was necessary groundwork for what comes next. I have enough evidence to conclude that the gallery thief, the artist's killer, and the dead man in the camp are all the same person.
Your time is almost up, Mr. Holmes.
Before you draw your gun, there is one final detail I am yet to mention. The young woman your man was tasked to collect from the refugee camp had been defiled at a perverse masquerade party. That violation was captured in a photograph by Boniface Mercurio and used as a reference for his painting. The photo shows the attacker's face.
Finally. That's why you're here, Mr. Holmes. You have the photograph.
It is what your man was after when he broke into Mercurio's apartment, and it is what you're after too, isn't it, Mr. Bernadotte?
You have the photograph with you. How much do you want for it?
I am not naive enough to carry it with me, but I am yet to decide what I shall do with it. I know the man in the photo is a British envoy. What interest do you have in his downfall?
I must admit, I'm rather impressed by how comprehensively you have pursued this matter. And so, you deserve the honest answer. My business dealings are often arduous in their bureaucracy. A man in his position, willing to look the other way, could ease my work significantly. In return, I will make sure no one looks his way either. A favor for a favor.
Also known as blackmail, the modus operandi of any true professional.
It was not originally my idea. Mercurio set things in motion, extorting the envoy for the most trivial of ends. Money. In response, the envoy hired my man to retrieve the painting and the photograph, eliminating Mercurio's leverage. I only learned the whole story after the artist was killed in his home.
And rather than extricate yourself, instead you took over Mercurio's venture.
It fell into my lap. As a businessman, I simply seized the opportunity. Now, how much do you want for the image?
I could not help but appreciate the collection of smuggled artifacts in your storeroom. You have rather diversified your business.
Oh, high and mighty of you, Mr. Holmes. Not all smuggling is immoral. I pay generous rates to developing cultures and spread their culture to eager buyers. And furthermore, I supply many immigrants with a taste of home.
A very convenient way of thinking.
I have traveled wildly, Mr. Holmes. I've seen people in far-flung lands for whom my services are a lifeline.
Okay, interesting.
The tax on cargo is often so absurd that it would be more profitable to simply sink your ship than dock it in the harbor. And trust me, I am speaking from experience.
I saw refugees from the camp at your warehouse. They work for you.
I have made certain arrangements with City Hall and the police. Thanks to me, refugees can work and be paid. It's a pathway to freedom.
And how much do you save by capitalizing on their cheap labor?
I have heard no complaints. They seem happy just to get out of that slum.
Why did you send your man to remove the woman from the camp?
Without a photograph, her testimony was the next best thing. Securing her was in everyone's interest. Victims and witnesses, all too often, disappear. I thought the girl was safer with us. I did not anticipate what would happen at the camp.
Why should I give you the photograph?
Just name your price.
What if my price were not money? You claim to have connections, Mr. Bernadotte. Perhaps you could improve conditions for the refugees. Give them a chance for a better life.
Ha! I do have connections, Mr. Holmes, but help the whole camp? You are asking too much. I could, however, make arrangements for one person. The woman who was violated will have her own home outside the camp, solely for her and her child. She will no longer be a refugee, but a princess. That I can guarantee.
Is that really possible?
It will be neither fast nor easy, but I can do it. She deserves it, don't you agree? And as for her abuser, he will serve me as much as he deserves.
So in your plan, everybody will be given their due. Especially you, Mr. Bernadotte.
Seems like a fair deal, no? I doubt anyone could offer you better. Simply give me the photograph, and the world becomes a better place. I give you my word.
Intéressant. sent his man to obtain the floating in the photograph of Mercurio, but when things go now the budget wants to use the photo of blackmail the envoy. Managed to turn the situation to his advantage when he learned of the envoy's forcible violation. He offered me the other photograph in exchange for it. The envoy is despicable, and Bernados is trying to take advantage of the situation. I can't trust either of them, and the truth will resolve matters. Convincing this is what true matters now. Give Bernados the evidence to blackmail the envoy. Oh, this is a tough decision. As his men were painting in the photograph for Mercurio, but when things at the flat got out of control, he came to Mr. Benton for help. Furthermore, claims he never ordered anyone to be harmed. He's just lying. No, they need to be brought to justice. No.
I opened the front door for you. Please, sir, do not linger.
I think that's best. Even though I could do a lot of good by sort of hiding the situation. They can't just be allowed to just get away with continuing blackmail, and either or that, or he can't. Bernadotte can be allowed to continue blackmailing. Neither should we allow the guy to keep his position. They would eventually what they'll do is hire someone better who would probably see the situation for what it is, who would probably not be able to blackmail. That's the best situation. Yes, I'm sticking with it.
Mr. Holmes, you've returned. Have you uncovered anything new about the theft?
I've brought news, but not all of it will please you.
Fill me in, Mr. Holmes. I won't shoot the messenger.
I tracked down Boniface Mercurio.
I presume he wasn't delighted about the situation.
He was not having a good day on account of his murder. Killed in his own flat by the same person that stole his painting.
Oh, sweet Mercurio. Perishing in the pursuit of his art. How apt. I will miss his exceptional
Not too fast, is he?
I located the thief, but found him rather cold. He was tight-lipped about the painting, too.
Huh, he's dead. How very droll, Mr. Holmes. One presumes you were not responsible.
It was an accident at the refugee camp. He impaled himself on his own knife.
Life is nothing if not cruel and capricious. What about the stolen painting? Have you located it?
I found the painting, but I could not retrieve it.
Well then, where is it?
In Bernadotte's office.
Bernadotte? That shady businessman? Why would he steal it from me?
I'm afraid you'll have to ask him yourself.
I take it you found something more then.
I found the source of Mercurio's artistic inspiration. A photograph. What troubled me was that the sexual act captured was non-consensual.
She was violated? Dear God, how despicable.
Her abuser was in fact the British envoy. Mercurio took a picture of him committing the atrocity and then used it as artistic inspiration.
I had no idea a mere break-in would eventually expose such barbarity.
Mr. Vogel, I
it's
want
quite
you
a story.
to make everything public, including the photograph. I'm sure you have a connection at the Cordona Chronicle.
Ah, Mr. Holmes. Loyal to your own truth till the end. Yes, I'm acquainted with the staff of the Chronicle. The story is sensational, and will surely draw attention to the gallery. But you must be aware that exposing the scandal will further hurt the victim. Does that not bother you?
No matter what one does, the truth tends to come out, as well it should. I won't be the one to stand in its way.
Though it's only your subjective truth being exposed. Not that I'm judging. It's perfectly reasonable for everyone to have their own views.
When you called me, you knew exactly what you would get.
Oh, but I'm not like you, Mr. Holmes. I cannot be sure of anything. Regardless, I must thank you, for art's sake. Well, now that we've resolved all of our outstanding matters, I have a gift for you. I took the liberty of having it delivered to Stonewood Manor. I am told it belonged to your mother.
And what exactly have you sent me?
Frankly, I'm not sure how to answer that. I trust your memory.
Previously, you mentioned there may have been more to my mother's passing than consumption. It appears you were right.
Oh dear, I'd hoped to be wrong.
She was unstable, mentally unwell. She required sustained, specialized treatment, but her madness persisted.
I knew that Violet had disappeared from the public eye, but had no idea of her suffering. I cannot imagine what you're feeling.
I'm fine. Thank you, Mr. Vogel. I am curious to see what you have procured.
Oh.
I think I'll leave the exhibition in its current state for a while. I'll call it The Art of Vandalism.
Right, there you go. That's quite interesting.
Don't miss out on the... Merhaba. It's a good day for a purchase. May your purchase bring you joy.
What a bizarre object, and yet oddly familiar.
Well, this is just bizarre.
Did you just remember something? Yes. A room full of curiosities and artifacts. I think I can find it in the manor.
Sherlock. So, you continue to pursue the imaginary. I had hoped you might have got all this out of your system by now.
Mycroft, what are you doing here? Get out of my house.
It's my house, actually. I've come to bring you back.
I have no interest in returning, let alone with you. I know you lied about Mother all these years, claiming she was merely ill. But she was unstable. She never had tuberculosis. She was not recuperating, but mentally deteriorating, and you never once thought to tell me. How dare...
I shall not indulge this petulant tantrum. You can just tire yourself out and then slink back to London with your tail between your legs.
Just tell me everything. I'm an adult now. Show me the basic courtesy of an explanation. You know I will find out eventually.
The goal was stability, and that's what you got. The right thing for everyone was to try and move on from her passing.
The consequences of one's actions determines what is right or wrong.
Yes, exactly. The ends justify the means. After leaving Cordona, Sherlock, you had a normal childhood. In London, I was able to support you, guide you, shape you into a fine and productive young man. You have so much potential, so much to offer society.
But that's not the end. Now I found the truth, and it has shattered everything I knew about her, about you, and about myself. I feel unstable because of you. Your actions were not justified. Lying never is.
Oh, grow up, Sherlock. It was a white lie which has as much use in the realm of the interpersonal as the international. It is time you come to accept that some things are bigger than yourself.
Oh, you are full of it. You like to pretend you care about the big picture, but it's just an ego trip. You like knowing more than others. You like greasing palms and rubbing shoulders with the rich and powerful. You like having eyes and ears everywhere. The fact it helps the nation is incidental, because all you care about is yourself.
It's true. I have agents everywhere, including Cordona. If you weren't so damn stubborn, you'd realize that means I'm only here for you.
Oof. Family issues. Awkward.
I can sense an incoming memory, Sherry. Do you?
I was so frustrated to find only one bed in this room. Mycroft initially refused to bring another for you, but after a week-long dispute, he gave in.
What a stubborn man. How well do you think he would sleep without a bed?
Right, I think that's where I'll stop. Until next time.